Hey, it's 9:30 in the morning somewhere, right? Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookshop, Pandemic Cookshop. I'm Alex, I'm your host. I don't know about you, I'm stocking up once a week and then living off of that so I don't have to go out that much. So using a lot of pantry staples. For me, number one all the time is tomatoes, canned tomatoes or boxed tomatoes. So today I got 3 totally different sauces using the same kind of tomatoes, the boxed tomatoes or canned tomatoes. I actually haven't really decided exactly which ones I'm going to do yet, but they will include this one, and this one. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. One of my favorites. Oh, and hey, there's a good reason why I'm coming to you from up here above the Cookshop warehouse instead of Crap Kitchen number 3. Look at this. Kids are home. First up is curry sauce. Yeah, I'm bored. Alright, so first step is to brown whatever protein you've got in a little bit of oil. Chicken or lamb or tempeh, whatever. Take that out, add a little bit more oil, and then throw in a bunch of chopped red onion. Make sure the heat's high enough to get some color on these guys, and don't just sweat them. Once those have been going for a few minutes, add some garlic and some ginger. I'm using the lazy stuff because I am so busy these days. Give those a minute, you don't want the garlic to brown, and then add some spices, bay leaf, and a couple of tablespoons of garam masala, which according to Wikipedia just means hot spices. You could also use curry powder, I suppose, and some red pepper flakes because my garam masala is kind of mild and I want some heat in here. Stir those up to toast the spices. That makes them taste a little richer and more intense. And if you're interested, I'm going to do another video of all my homemade spice blends, including the garam masala. At this point, finally, we get to our tomatoes. I'm using chopped ones. I like a chunky texture in this dish, but you could use, strained tomatoes or tomato puree, whatever you have on hand. After that cooks for a few minutes, it's going to get this nice brick red color. Now you could just throw your protein back in here. This step is totally optional, but I like it. Throw in a can of coconut milk and don't worry about getting it mixed up. The chunky stuff's going to dissolve as it warms. This doesn't really make it taste like coconuts, but it gives it this creamy fattiness that I like. Who doesn't like creamy fattiness, right? See? It all dissolved. No worries. Then you throw back your protein and let that simmer for a few minutes just to absorb all those flavors. And then you're ready to go. Man, this smells amazing and it tastes great. This is one of my absolute all-time favorite curries, and it's easy, as you can see. When it's all done, you can dip some naan in or cook up some rice and serve it like that. That's it. There's your canned tomato curry. All right, number 2. Salsa. This one is just super basic for when you got the chips and you're desperate for a dip. I'm using finely diced tomatoes, diced red onion, some chopped jalapenos, and some chipotle powder and salt. Then mix it all together. Boom. Salsa. And it's halfway decent, but like I said, this is just very, very basic. There's a million ways to go from here, so whatever you have, throw it in there, go to town. This one is the most confident recipe I think I've ever read or ever will read by an extremely confident and competent woman named Marcella Hazan. She wrote a book right here, The Essentials of Classic Italian Cooking. Actually, I think it was called something else originally, if I'm not mistaken. This recipe, this is the best tomato sauce you'll ever have. Tomato sauce with onion and butter. She begins by saying this is the simplest of all sauces to make. That's an understatement. Roll tape. Now, of course, Marcella would like you to start with whole Roma tomatoes, or failing that, some tomatoes imported from Italy, but I'm just using my regular canned ones. Hey, I'll throw in a couple of real tomatoes just for good measure. No, I'm kidding. Don't really throw real tomatoes in. We have to blanch them and peel them. It's a pain in the ass. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of this video. Okay, now, and here's the complicated part. You take one yellow onion with a very sharp knife, peel it, cut it in half, and that's the extent of your knife work. Yeah, that's it. Take that onion, throw it in the sauce. Then adjust your iris so that the onion isn't totally blown out. You can actually see that it is in fact a yellow onion. There we go. And then adjust it because you can't leave well enough alone. Oh, there is another ingredient. butter. She wants you to use a little bit, well, actually 5 tablespoons of butter. Seriously, 5 tablespoons. She knew what she was doing. I didn't even shoot it when it was done. There's not a whole lot to see, and also I'm kind of a dummy and forgetful, and I wanted to eat it, so I ate it. All you do is you pull the onion out, and that's it. Add some salt. She even says, I've been known people to skip the pasta and eat the sauce directly out of the pot with a spoon. I can totally see that. It's so much greater than the sum of its parts, and the nerve to put a recipe that is tomatoes and onion and some butter. Like I'd be too scared. I'd clutter it up because I'm not confident enough to let just those flavors ride. But she was. She was amazing, and this is like fantastic. If you've never made it, you may have heard about it. I heard about it for years before I even tried it, and it's great. So give that one a try for sure. All right, that's it. 3 uses for canned tomatoes. What do you use them for? Why don't you tell me in the comments and maybe give... All right, that's it. 3 uses for canned tomatoes. What do you use them for? All right, that's it. 3 uses. I can't say this. That's the end of the video is what it comes down to. Hey, if you really hated this, smash the thumbs down button. Leave me a comment below telling me all the stuff I did wrong, because otherwise, how am I ever going to learn? If you didn't really hate this video, maybe you should subscribe. I got some good stuff coming up, including all my spice mixes like garam masala. What do you use canned tomatoes for? I'm still trying to say this line and I can't. What do you use canned tomatoes for? Tell me below, leave a comment. Maybe better ideas than I had, and all the viewers coming after will find it useful. Man, I cannot speak. Anyway guys, please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Put your own mask on before you help other people. And thanks for joining me. It's been fun. I enjoy this. I hope you do too. I'll see you next time. Cheers.